Seems fine. Alright, welcome to Disco Elysium. I barely know anything about this game, which is probably good. I saw someone like play first 2 hours and I thought it looked really interesting, so now I'm trying it myself. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Select an archetype. Intelligent, bad with people. Knows interesting facts and comes up. Magnetic personality but unstable, that's interesting. So this is definitely not me. I also don't have a magnetic personality, but I'm also not very bad with people. I think we're gonna just create our own and try to match me a bit. Yeah. Alright. Hold on it. Oh, Psyche. They don't have a great physique. How many points do we have total? More and more, I think. Definitely have decent motorics. Is a good layout. Let's say average here. I'm assuming... I mean, honestly, I'm a 1. Really, really skinny. I'm thinking either 5 here, those 2, 3, or 4 here and here, and keeping this one on 3. I'm not sure. Let's go with that. Probably doesn't matter that much. I'm assuming, you know, we'll get more. I don't know if that makes sense. What do we pay? Produce the world. Fascinating trivia. Persuasion, rigorous intellectual discourse. Lie and detect lies. The art in the world. I'm assuming we can spend 4 here. Or can we do anything? Oh no, this is just what we have now. I'm assuming. Right, this is our base. Okay. Let me just click through a few here. Hold yourself together, keep morale up. Feelings, okay. Sorry. Seems kind of reasonable. I don't know, maybe I should get a bit more strength, especially with like pain threshold counting there too. And most of these things definitely don't apply to me. Undo that. Go to party planet love and be loved by drugs. That's interesting. Let me go back real quick. Let's say I have average motorics and this 2 in physique. I think that's fine. Yeah. Oh, now I get it. What? Or I don't. Well, I can choose a signature skill, is that it? Did I fuck up? Can I undo that? I'd like to undo that. Or actually, let's leave it. Sure, I get it. Angelic Princess, hi. Thanks for following. Trivia sounds good. Ah, wait. Oh, no, it is what I thought it was. Alright. What do we go with? Maybe that? Or just straight up logic, it's not that bad. I think the encyclopedia was interesting, let's just put it here. Whatever. Yeah, this goes.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Better put myself over there.
Ever.
That sounds nice. Not having to do anything ever.
Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. I know you do, baby. I know.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Return to trip to silence.
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song up there.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
God damn it.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Don't help me, there's a head attached to my neck. To my neck and I'm in it. But I don't want to hear. Don't want to hear anything about this.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest
A
of me.
fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
The hell's a motor carriage? Is it a car? Alright. We're awake and naked, it seems. Bottle. I'm assuming that's alcohol. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Real tape player. Am I too young to know what that is? Oh, with tab I can read. That's good. Nice shoe. There another one somewhere? I think we gotta get dressed. A disco ass blazer. Did I read that right? Yeah, I did. Is that a tie?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Alright, fair enough.
The lights are off.
Okay, let's grab the tie.
You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For
That
quite
doesn't sound
a long
great.
time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying.
Okay.
Finally,
Am I having a
the
heart
pressure
attack?
recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Let's
The
pull up
blades
fan,
come
I
squeaking to
suppose.
a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. Oh no, it's happening again. You didn't catch it, and now there's a numbness in your left arm, plus half your chest. It's even worse this time. Maybe you should stop trying to catch the tie. Still happening. Definitely worse than the last time. Finally, the stabbing recedes. You could try doing it again to see how painful it gets, but you would probably die.
Alright, I suppose we're leaving the tie up there. What's going on?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
What's in the bathtub? Wine, beer, and sweet liquors. Alright. Is it this? Then is it the door? Sounds like it.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I have to know.
Behold.
Behold.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
It's just... Dear Lord, help me, what is it?
Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
No idea why it's there.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
Damn.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
You are correct. Locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
I'm not getting it. Not you.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing: Guillaume Lamillion.
Wait, I'm French? That's
If it
horrible.
doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Okay, then I'm probably not French. Alright. Alright, we're fine. We're fine.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Why would I adopt that?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Oh no. How long ago
Some
was this?
20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Anything else, like who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice Kanema.
Why do I know this?
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
3% we win these.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
God damn it. It's horrible.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Let me get to the balcony. My shoe. Great, we have shoes. But we gotta work on that outfit though.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Like 2 baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Perfect. Oh yeah, check a calendar. What's the date? Gotta gather any information you can. March, year 51.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Why did you call
Because
me
you're a
officer?
police officer, sir.
You're shitting
I'm
me.
not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Business
Couldn't
is done.
say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh no, fuck me. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer?
Don't
of
be
the
so
law?
harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Don't I remember being a cop or anything
Could it be
else?
because of the drinking?
What point? I should
Of
get
course.
going.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
I guess I have questions.
Yes.
Did you hear?
There was the
anything
usual
else?
ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have
I
any
couldn't
music on?
say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Tell me
Yeah?
something else. What do they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
That doesn't.
Revachol is the disgraced
does.
former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
What that means something to.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the world.
Is it 51?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
What's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
It's a weird concept. Alright.
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's
You're
so
right.
funny?
There is nothing funny about civilization.
Debatable.
Glad to have been of assistance.
We got here. The ashtray is lighting up. Let's click on the things. Okay. It's a speaker? Wouldn't have guessed it.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
Do they though?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Something tells me you don't like
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Sorry if the avatar's glitching. I have to get something. Hello, person with the name I can't pronounce. How you doing? I'm fine. What about you?
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Sounds probable. So I'm not only a cop, but I'm also a hero.
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
Almost impressive.
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
If the
A
bird-
competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Hey, don't worry about it. Get yourself a good night's sleep. That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the door. Man in a bomber jacket.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I'd love to see you around. What do you mean, my body?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
You the
No, I'm
bartender?
not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Same thing.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. I will. I'm giving it my best shot. Thank you, thank you. Water cooler. This guy is apparently my buddy.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Seems like a nice guy.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Alright, let's make one up.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet
Okay
done.
then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then
Go
we
ahead.
should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where
That's
it has
fair.
been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
I tell him I don't remember anything. Let's just ask what we're supposed to do with it.
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's go along with it for now. Well, actually, let's ask. How can you be sure?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Oh, the rats.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Don't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
I'm not sure I should tell him I can't remember anything.
Up to
Let's
you,
just go.
officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Oh, that's good to know. What's that? Pinball machine.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm definitely no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Dimple or not, I'm a bitter man. The years have taken their toll.
Take heart, officer. You're still a man in your prime. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
It's the Motley Crew. How'd you like to roll? with
Whatever
me?
do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime. Ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yeah, you're probably
It
right.
seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Apparently, I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right.
Control.
In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago. Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
All I know is we're approaching the end time.
Perhaps, dear. Perhaps. But for now, it's just the spring of 51.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh. Some kind of
Nope.
democracy, maybe?
Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition.
Right,
We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
There's no government. How come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of
One
this
sec.
archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
Well, is that something? What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Time reserved for uni members, store open. Okay. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Day starts in
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The Harbinger of Ruin.
What?
Nothing, I just wanted to see what happens if I say that. Now I do.
What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
1 sec, let me ban the bot.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Why did
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
It pertains to the coming apocalypse.
Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse. Sylvie is not here because I asked for her number. The dead body out back didn't help either, but it was mostly me. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
I guess I like to be fair.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Okay.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Where exactly
Behind
is the
this
body?
building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do
That's
we get
easy.
there?
See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
You're on right.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Hold on. Telling me a window only costs 2 nights in this establishment? this has to be either a very cheap window or a very expensive establishment.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Sometimes. Actually, I'm
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
I don't think I have any money.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What
I'm
is
sorry,
on-
but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Okay.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But
don't
you've
know.
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I agree. I don't know, near.
You don't really know, do you?
I don't.
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somewhere?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Cabinet. Problem. I'm definitely gonna take a closer look at this later. If we here, oh, our tasks. Probably should do this one. Is that the motor carriage?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is
That
covered in
thing is
blue and
fucking
white
amazing.
livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
The song makes you feel hopeful. Alright. Whatever that means.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you, through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is the officer from the 41st precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Please connect me to the 41st.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over.
We need to report.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir.
No, the
over.
other guy.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
And why aren't you also here?
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Like I'm the first officer to ever misplace
He
his
says
badge.
this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could we all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
I have all
10-9,
three
come
suits,
again.
guys.
I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't
No.
have my gun.
It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his
we have
badge
to
is
find
bad
my
enough.
gun.
Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
There are person details I'd like to
Okay,
discuss.
10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Very alone in the room. I need some confidential information about this.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12. Visitors present here. Over.
Well, if you got my badge's description right, then we'll go on.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else?
Let's wrap
Understood,
this
sir.
up.
Over.
I tell him I lost my gun too. Yeah.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
Oh, he knew.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The metallic drawer slides out.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and the
I think we're done. Yeah. Walking around with a pry bar and chain cutters, what can go wrong? think we should worry about the body before we talk to more people. This is the hole, I'm assuming. Good. Oh yeah, that's the body.
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Was that a bird? I don't want to talk with children, actually.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Hey, no issue. Thanks for stopping by. Rickety the climbing. I probably shouldn't climb it.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are those
I
strange
come from the
words?
woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
How about you get the fuck out of here?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as...
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno. Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in...
It's love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthhole.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Fair enough. You can barely reason with adults.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rack.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. The body is downwind from here.
Guy probably has a key.
There he still is, looking right through you with his
Alright,
white
let's fail
eyes.
at not one
The
of them.
smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
Delicious.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get ammonia?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I can... Oh. Money! Elysium. Footsteps in
There
the
are
sun?
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
So now that I'm kind of house diving, there isn't really a better way for me, better point for me to be too big. Or maybe right here, slightly smaller. Yeah, that sounds good.
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Aberration.
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
400. No,
I was pretty
it's
off
8.
then. I counted 20.
Then guys are going
I
back
never
and
got the
forth.
hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
One's always
Interesting.
smaller than the other.
Let's name it the
Also-
odd soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
No, one of the people we are looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A woman or a kid?
I don't think we can be sure.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up?
Even then it's...
Let's say a heavily built worker, carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Yeah, could be.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Interesting.
What do I
you think happened?
A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
This game is so interesting. I'm really invested. Even though barely anything has happened.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way, what else?
I want to level that more.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Read.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should
Perhaps
intervene.
not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
More money! Uh-oh. Well, I would not have seen that path if I didn't just press on to check it. I want it though.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oh god. Not right now. Yes. Where is this money?
Yes?
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Oh god. Do you think the cloak is mine?
The cloak?
Should I go for it?
I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Maybe the badge is in there or something. Fuck it. And now I die. Oh, you pussy didn't even fall.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey! What happened? I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought, or it could be that we are just exploring.
Also, we can call the person that we made the all about the body over James radio.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is
I
open.
am the law.
I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Nope. I found ammonia.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
What am I doing?
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Alright, let's continue. Cool.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
I thought it was shot
Well, it
cop.
damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer?
No. Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
I'll try to fix it.
Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Who are the
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition...
Blood Ground? You got old René going there.
Don't get me wrong, officer. Damn right, the rest of...
Well...
You don't...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was... This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You was...
It's not full, but interesting, I suppose. I'm gonna stand here, so I know to call her. But I think I'm done for today. Probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we're gonna do our first little art stream. And we're gonna attempt to kind of make a little dungeon room as a background scene for like you know, when I don't have gameplay going on at the moment and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna set up like a canvas for it in the meantime. Just the base layout of the room or something. But then we're gonna populate that on stream with like interesting objects and ideas of chatters if someone has some. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I hope. Maybe it'll be terrible, but you know, I gotta start doing that someday to figure out how to exactly do it while streaming. Because I want that type of content. I don't just wanna play games all the time. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks to everyone who stopped by.